My name is Sarah Corman. I'm the Marketing Director for PenMax Staffing.
I'm Megan Buckbinder. I'm the Director of Marketing for Rebel Advertising.
I'm Brandon Welch, President and Chief of Strategy at Frank & Maven. So today we want to give some tangible walkaways for any business owner that is sitting there with either $100 or maybe even several $1,000s and saying, what are some first steps in developing my marketing strategy? What are the first bases, second bases, things I need to cover? So one of the easy things that I see people with hundreds of thousands of dollars and people with hundreds of dollars are not taking advantage of online reviews. It's no secret we all use online reviews, from restaurants to carpet cleaners to roofers. So getting that online review is an obstacle in the mind of the customer and the mind of the business owner that is really, really easy to overcome. And at the point of 5 or 10 reviews, you're like so much better than most of your competitors already. So I say at the point of sale, offer just an invite to the customer. Hey, would you like to leave us a review? You might incentivize it. Hey, I'll give you $5 off for your ticket, or buy you a coffee if you'll just leave us a review right now. Would you be willing to do that? Everybody has a smartphone. Everybody can do it on the spot. Increases the confidence, closing ratio. It ups the credibility of your business in a dozen ways that is free to do. So whether you got $1 million or $100, that's a really great thing to take advantage of.
And I think kind of piggybacking on that what you're describing, that then can go, those reviews go online and they go on Google, and all we all want to do is just to increase the traffic that you get from your website, and you want to hear people talking about you more, whether it's on search and figuring out ways to get to more traffic to your website. The best way, I think, and one of the cheapest ways, is content and original content. So creating blogs and obviously social media, anything you can regularly populate, newsletters, anything like that can actually increase your search and increase your visibility and actually position you as the expert in whatever your field is. Better. It doesn't have to be a novel. It doesn't have to be super articulate. It just has to be what you're selling and about, and positioning yourself in that way. And content marketing in all different ways is something that I think we suggest to almost every single one of our clients that we work on a strategy, whether they're a huge client or really a small project client. We do content marketing in all different ways.
So a great way to start on a blog. Most business owners don't see themselves as bloggers or writers or web people. Go to the person who's answering your phones. Maybe it's you. And all you need to do is, for about a week's time, is to write the 5 to 10 most common questions that you have answered on the phone from a service perspective. And just simply in your own language, find somebody who knows grammar and punctuation, maybe to write it for you if you're not comfortable with that sort of thing. But write your answer, record on your iPhone your answer to that question. A lot of people ask us, how do I know when blank? And this is what I tell them, and that's content marketing. The fancy jargon does not have to throw you off. And then your goal is to simply make, from your homepage of your website, the 4 or 5 most common things be answered before they have to go looking for them. You'll immediately become that expert and the one they trust.
And when those people are coming to you for those questions, or when, as you mentioned about asking for reviews at the point of sale, also be collecting those email addresses, because then that content that you're producing and posting on your blog, as you mentioned, the email newsletters, you can take that list of emails of people who you're already doing business with, who you've had a contact with, or you've had a question from, or who've submitted a question on your website. You can build them, add them to your email list, your newsletter list, and there's tons of services that'll let you do it for free or practically free. And you can keep that content in front of them and keep it coming to their email inbox. You do have to be careful about making sure you've captured those email addresses with the user's permission when you're building those lists. But that can be a very valuable but inexpensive or free way to distribute that content to your people who are already familiar with your business, and keep them coming back and keep those customers, retain those customers for the long term.
And engage them over and over again, because you don't want to just create the content and be done with it. It is a regular thing. The more content you create, the better. Now, of course, from an email marketing standpoint, you got to teeter that line a little bit on what's bugging people. A lot of stores I've unsubscribed a bunch from over marketing to them. But the value in actually asking for an email and having that opt-in service is that they chose that and as long as your content is real and it is actually benefiting them in some way, your suggestion is awesome. It's genius, because that is exactly what people want to know. So as long as you're finding ways to push that out regularly and creating fresh content
Answer the question that's being asked.
that they want to know.
Yeah,
Actually
definitely.
just listen to your customers, and they'll tell you what they want to know, and that creates more content for your website too. So then the whole back end of everything is just, that's the cheapest and most valuable thing, is content for people, for sure.
Well, the question is, how often should I be posting or making a new piece of content? And the answer is very simply, as often as you have something valuable to say, and never when you don't. So.
My one piece of advice for a small business owner would be to take the time to focus your message and make sure you're addressing your customers' fears and pain points, and make sure you're talking about them and not your own story. Sometimes it's too easy to talk about us because we know our business and we know ourselves and we know our services, but take time to think about your customer and what they are worried about, and make sure when you're addressing them, you're addressing their story and not your own story.
And I would just say, try fresh and original content. Take what your customers are asking and turn it into some content that can actually help you in your business.
Mine is stay the course. Don't expect immediate results for a business that you want to be around for a long time. Stay the course. Follow the golden rule. Pick something to say and stay the course.